Live on Stream It Sports NoCo, it's Northern Colorado High School football. This broadcast is brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to French Field in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. Tonight, live on Stream It Sports, it's boys varsity football action. The Rocky Mountain Lobos host the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles in a early season tilt where, Randy, we were talking about two teams with a rough start, but they get a chance to get over that tonight.
Yeah, well, as we were saying, we've got some good news and we got some bad news. One of these teams is most likely going to come away with their first win, and another team is going to have to wait another week before they do, because both teams coming in with 0-3 records. Both have had some close games. Both have had maybe one blowout. Rocky Mountain, we were here the first game of the year and did everything but make a drive to go down and beat Fort Collins. They had plenty of opportunities, and they lost by 6 points. So that's just how some things go. And there's your Rocky Mountain Lobos coming through. Rocky Mountain always feels a competitive team, but recent years have had trouble scoring points. That's just, there's really no way to, get around that. And same with Mountain Vista, too.
Well, Mountain Vista is a Highlands Ranch kind of school. A lot of competition down there, a lot of great athletes in that league, and they got the long bus ride tonight north. As you can see across the way here in the stands, when we do pull out and you see the shot of Mountain Vista, they're bringing their flag out in the field, symbolically doing the Baker Mayfield and planting it. But they had the bus ride up here. We'll see how that affects them on a hot afternoon. It is warm. It's still over 90 degrees. As you can see, part of that sunshine hits, just part of the shade hits between the 30 and the 50 on the south side of this field here tonight, and that it is hot on that other side. So then we'll see how the heat affects those players, both sides tonight. Those of you who could not make it up I-25, thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports. David Haase and Randy McCoy here. Max Fink on camera bringing you this somewhat early season tilt. And as you said it, Randy, somebody's got to get it right. And I look down there, the Lobos tonight missing one of their top tacklers. Number 41, Mason Mullenhauer, is there on crutches. And things just, you got to play around them, next man up, right?
Yep, and news for Mountain Vista, they better be planning on do more than planting a flag, because Rocky Mountain is hungry for a win, and it's all hands on deck, as it will be for Mountain Vista.
Yep. Back deep to receive. Mountain Vista kicks off, kicking to the north. Lobos have back deep. Number 5 is Angelo Vitano, defensive back, and number 33, Jordan Yancey.
We play 4 12-minute quarters. Mountain Vista, Rocky Mountain. Here's my partner, Mr. David Haase.
Kickoff right in the center of the field. We've got a little bit of a delay there.
Now they're waiting for the clock to run down.
Yeah, we're going to have quite a wait. Actually, now we look over there, the clock is set.
Starting 3 minutes early by my clock.
I think you're right. I think people are wanting to get going here tonight. We'll see how long the band can hold this up. But we see the countdown. North Stadium says 37 seconds, and it'll be a bit. But, we talk about those games this time of year. You got a bus ride. It's a hot day. Are you ready to play? How do you get things going? The referee said, go ahead, kick it. Clock was reset, bounced at the 10-yard line, taken by the Lobos straight at the middle, breaks one tackle out past the 25 and down. Yancey on a pretty good run, decent starting position. We've got one of the Golden Eagle players down there, and kickoffs. We're gonna have an injury timeout right away after the opening kickoff. Young man's up on a knee. But that's one of the biggest changes in the pros and in college and high school, Randy. All these, you're trying to make the game safer and smarter, and it does become a thing on kickoffs. That's still the biggest worry.
Well, and of course, nobody's cold and not warmed up.
Yeah.
Tonight, that's for doggone sure.
He's flying along there pretty good. Somebody's walk off his own steam, looked like a shoulder. Lobos will break the huddle. Familiar bunch set tight near side. Four-man line, four straight linebackers, basically 4-4. Throwing at first down, a little out pattern completed. And there's that rhythm you want to start seeing if you're the Lobos offense. Throw it out there right away. Giles Pooler, the sophomore quarterback, the lefty, gets the start tonight in the backfield. Quickly, and the smart thing about that one, got him a call, makes him comfortable.
Well, and again, you come in, you don't have 16 games in a high school season. You come out 0-3. There's a point that you might want to start looking to your future a little bit and seeing who can do this thing.
Work your roster. Give that time on the layup the field. Spun around, goes up a couple people. That's Yancey. What a tough run.
Boy, I think
that's going to be a personal foul at the end there.
I think he thought he lost the ball. He turned around like he was.
Yeah.
But certainly got.
I can see a piece of his helmet is still on the field, right on the 4 there on the 4-0. Now the mark very close to first down yardage.
Yeah, it looked like a horse collar more than a.
Well, the back judge is loose. Personal foul is going to be called face mask, so that's going to add 15 to it. Yeah. Whether or not he had the first down yardage.
It's all the same when it's your head.
Yeah, exactly. When it's in what's going around your ears and you're looking out your ear hole all of a sudden. But the back judge is loose. That flag came from about 25 yards off.
Yeah, he did his warm-ups on the sideline there, and out of the bullpen, he came ready to throw.
Pooler looks for the snap, single step back to his right, goes back to throw. Fires a long out. And there's good ball in there, but that ball, that's size and speed. You got the sophomore there, and the arm strength isn't quite as there would be in the next year or two because that ball took a bit to get there. And that's one of those, if you get a half a step earlier, he's got the linebacker beat. If you're half step late, linebackers go in the other direction.
Yeah, I was going to say he had about a step quicker, and he's got 6 the other way. So, but it didn't, and short game.
Yep. Well, like I say, they're giving him those routes right now to get him comfortable, get the ball out of his hands. Mountain Vista playing straight up outside man-to-man, 2 safeties over the top. So you're going to go against Rocky Mountain. You have to stop and run first. Back again to throw, though. Blitz coming late. Pass over the middle. Boy, I tell you what, that was a good – I like the patience there. Pooler is a tall quarterback. He stood in the pocket just fine there, showing some pretty good composure. And he had a crossing route coming there for number 10, Holden Lefke. But broken up nicely by the Golden Eagles defense.
Yeah, that was good. I believe that was Bryce Williams, number 2.
Yeah, I think you're right there, yep.
Boy, he was there before the ball was there.
It was pretty close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was I think he knew what was coming.
Well, that's the thing. You make the break. Blitz coming, screen set up, and that was going to. That was a nice job by number 95 from Mountain Vista right there. He saw that Stephen Smith, the junior defensive lineman, he did what he's supposed to do. He stayed home when he saw everybody else in the interior running straight up field. So 4th down for the Lobos. Got the break on a first down call, and then also the penalty. Moved the ball down. They could pin the Eagles back.
That's the kind of play you're almost better off having an incomplete pass there. And I know he looked up and
he knew he was going to see somebody.
He was going to get hammered one way or another.
Snap taken, just pooch kick straight up in the air. Fair catch called. That's just going to go out of bounds. Hits off one of the Mountain Vista players. Luckily for them, it bounced out at right about the 13-yard line. But that was one of those moves where it's field positioning and special teams in high school are so much harder. But that was an excellent kick down there by Jacob Willig, number 22.
So if you're returning those, if you're on that team, how far away should you get from that punt?
Well, it's the tough thing, though, because he was blocking the gunner. He was trying to keep the guy from Rocky Mountain from getting out and make a tackle, and you need that Peter call, and so often returners will try to disguise where the ball is at, and he didn't. He had no idea. Shotgun formation, twins both sides, single setback next to the quarterback. Throwing it first down, a little quick flare pass outside, got it complete, he's got a crease. Couple good pops, but not until first down yardage out past the 25-yard line. So both quarterbacks starting off with that safe kind of pass. On the motion that time too, Randy, coming across there, overloaded that side, and Rocky Mountain didn't have a man slide out there to cover him. Quarterback for Mountain Vista too. Starting off to pretty decent. Barrett, number 11. Pretty solid year starting. Toss right side. Rocky Mountain pretty much shut that down. Gang tackling, no gain.
Mountain Vista coming in with a loss to Ralston Valley, Cherokee Trail, and Grandview. So that's pretty
good company.
Just like Rocky Mountain, they've played some good teams. These aren't both these teams are in the upper echelon of 5A athletics.
Well, last week Rocky Mountain ran into the buzzsaw that was Eagle Crest, and they've been doing that to pretty much everybody the last couple of years.
Same with Ralston Valley here as.
Quick side screen out here. Fisher goes just down to his knees. Ball was short and on the ground, and it would have gone nowhere anyway. They'll quickly closing on the play. Angelo Vitano, the senior, multi-year player in that defensive backfield for Coach Brook and this staff. So 3rd and 10. Trips near side, single receiver on top. Bear back to throw, looking downfield, timing it. That got a little bit airmail, didn't he? I think he had the slot looking a little different. So 3 and out for the Lobo defense, forces the punt. Vitano will go back, and this is one of those times, Randy, we're talking about the ball going from a shade to the sun. If you see looking back there where the punter is going to be, standing right on the edge of the shade, he's going to kick the ball out by design, they hope, but it's going to go well out into the sunshine. Rocky came after it. Kick was just broken away. Vitano's thinking about it. Bounced a couple times for him there, and that's one of those coaches saying, hey, get away, get away.
Well, I was going to say, that's one of those where you go, I'm 16, I'm 21. I'm 16, I'm 21.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can.
Age-wise, folks.
Yep. Because
I know what my 16-year-old self would have done there, don't you?
Yeah. I've seen that happen. It's also one of those things where, everybody, the defense starting to stand up, and the ball bounces to you.
Yeah.
We've seen those plays made, and everybody has.
And it's like looking people off your eyes or something. You fake them that you're not going to take it, and maybe you get by them.
So quickly out there to snap the ball. Mount Vista had to run out on the field. Motion across the formation. Fullback sitting next to him. Fires the slot pattern right into the sunshine. Great catch. Boy, I tell you, man, Pooler took a pretty big shot back there. The sophomore, Giles Pooler, taking a great look downfield and throws a dart.
And Rocky Mountain has already thrown more passes than we've seen in a whole game in the past.
Yeah, Holden Lefke went up there and took a pop for his trouble, but a great catch and first down across midfield.
He's got a nice gait in his throw. He's looks confident in his throw. And
yeah, like I say, just standing up there and knowing you're going to take the pop. 82 Tyler Jennings across the far side there, 2 receivers near side. Motion across the formation. That's Noah Yancey. Gives straight up the middle, bounce across with a nice job of penetration. Spun out of one tackle, still made some yardage there. Great effort on the run. Sean Kidd, another sophomore, which we're seeing a lot of sophomores. To your point earlier, Randy, you know what? We're going to get guys in there going to make plays. Doesn't matter what year you are. That was a great effort there by number 24, Kidd.
Well, and Coach Brook being a very seasoned coach, he's going to get something out of this season. The wins and losses don't.
Yeah,
they matter, but they don't. But if you go 500 and come out with a quarterback for the next 2 years, you've had a pretty good year.
Second about 8 now. Roll the right side. Flag goes off right away. Tough to throw that pass for left-hander going that way, and Pullet goes down. Flag was out right away. I'm thinking they're going to get a procedure call. Yeah, that's the side the line judge is showing. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks to our sponsors helping us bring this broadcast to you. Jim's Wings, best wings in northern Colorado. My favorite in this town, that's for sure, along with Pedersen Toyota, First Bank. You happen to visit any of those establishments, please let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring our broadcasts, bringing high school athletics, these local athletes to you.
Talk a little bit about our big game tomorrow night, too.
Yeah. First time across that far east across I-25.
Going across the prairie, aren't we?
Yeah, that's it. For us, that's an adventure. But boy, a big game in Greeley West 4A football in northern Colorado tomorrow night. We'll tell you about it more. 2nd and 12 now for the Lobos. Single setback. Switch the majority there. Blitz coming. Fires away. Just missed him. He had, I think that was one of Peter Chrome is sitting out there. He spun one way, and the quarterback thought he was turning the other way. And that's just those connection things as young players. Because he had him sitting right between the linebackers, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And
what to tell you, Poole look to me right now looks very impressive the way he's standing in the pocket. He's been hit a couple times, but it is staying still.
He's got a quarterback name, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Giles Pooler.
Pooler only setback now. 3rd and about 12. Needed to get down to about the 41-yard line across the midfield after that procedure penalty. Cross throw hits Kidd. He's got a chance to get on sideline. He does. Nearly to the first down. Great effort there.
He got it.
Well, he's spun by a couple of tacklers twice now, hasn't he?
And he got it. By 4 inches.
Yeah. You're still batting 1,000 on those this year.
Yeah, well.
It's a gift. Well, what I like about that, because what he did was so hard for linebackers. He was on the far side of the field. The receivers on the near side cleared out the area, and he ran underneath, and the linebacker just can't chase. And then Pooler did a great job of getting it out of his hands, getting it to him, letting him run.
And that was a second effort play to get the first down, too.
Yep. Run again, Kidd straight up the middle, got a lot of room, follows blocking. And we'll see from him as he gets a little older, too. He'll hit that hole just a little harder. He was kind of looking for that open spot, following his fullback who, I mean, it's not bad when you got 7 on first down. You'll take that every time, but
he kind of Le'Veon Bell'd it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got that little look there. That's one of those, you get right on that backside of your fullback there and you make that cut hard, and I think he had a lot of room. By the way, though, 2nd and 3 for the Lobos, staying in that bunch formation.
Well, you want to be the punisher, not the punishee.
Yeah. Marangelo, though, to the ball, the fake slant pass coming in. And receiver just didn't get it closed down.
I like the play call, though.
Yeah, that's one of those where the receiver kind of got cut in front of by the defensive back, and he'll learn to get in front of that and take that shot and draw that flag with experience there. I think it's Tyler Jennings out there, the sophomore. So it brings up 3rd and 4, and I would think, we know they got pretty good field goal kicker, but I think it's also one of those days like if we're 4th and 1-ish, don't you think they'd want to try?
Yeah, I mean.
A warm night here at French Field.
Looks like there's been a little restructuring this last week in the old Rocky Mountain practices. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. Pooler to throw, looking for the slant. It's got to spin away from pressure. Losing a lot of yards. This one's just got to throw away, and that's a very good choice. And he gets run to the ground pretty good for his trouble, but he saved the loss of down there of about maybe 20 yards, didn't he?
Yeah, and inexperienced runner because he could have went right up the gut there.
It's those things that he's in place and time where it's like if I go get 2 or 3, we live to play again.
Well, and I always thought that the object of the game was to run away from the hits.
Yeah, no,
that's exactly where I would have run to.
Puller is
not in the middle of them.
Yeah, we know his mom has put good sense into him because he was taking away. So big play here early for the Golden Eagles defense. Lobos need about 4th and 4, need to get inside the 27-yard line. Back to throw again, got to get rid of it. Screen coming, get away from one arm tackle, a lot of open field in front of him. Yancey spins around, couple tackles. Nice job downfield by number 8, though. Good secured tackle by William Young.
But he got it.
Yeah, Peter Crone, just he had that open spot, and he knew where he had to get to, and he gained about 9 down to the 22. And once again, Pooler sat there calmly. He's already played a lot of football in just 2 series.
No, he has. Well, and he's done a whole heck of a lot more than just hand the ball off.
Right now, I think they've only ran the ball 4 times.
He's played 3 games worth of Rocky games.
Rocky throwing the ball out. Give the ball this time. Right side, a lot of room. Trying to get the corner. Yancey gets by 1. Down inside the 20 to about the 18.
I know you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, but if I'm coaching, I'm telling those running backs you got to cut back every time because those tacklers are not ready for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of flow, and I think you're right. There's those things get set up. Yancey took it to the outside, gain of maybe 5.
We talked last week about a couple of young men that we watched do that over another school. The Sprayberry boy, they just knew when to cut back, and
that's that. You see the green, you want to test the wheels. Bunch formation, top side. Jennings here near side, and then we've got flag on the play, and we've got procedure.
I was going to say, picked up a couple of new refs out there.
Yeah. So erase a good first down, makes it 2nd and about 11. And sometimes that's what you get with youth. But a lot of new players, like say Rocky Mountain, one of the top offensive linemen in the entire region last year, now at Arizona State. option left side, a lot of room to go. Pooler can just take it off and run. He does kick it out. There's a little experience coming there. It's either get rid of it early or just take it yourself. And he did set the defense into coming in. I like that call. Gained about 7.
Well, I think if you're a defensive coordinator, you're not really worried about Pooler as a runner. So
yeah,
they took advantage of that. Rocky did.
Yeah, the left side of the line that time. We'll get those linemen out here more for you as we go. But boy, they folded down that whole corner there.
Yeah, well, you don't see that very often.
Yeah, that was a great job of sealing off on that left side by the Lobos offensive line.
I think you could have run on that.
There's possible I might still be trying to run there. Sun be setting. And got flags again, which if that's going to be, yep, they're putting a hand down. Somebody's putting a hand down and picking it up. That's a young offensive line, I'm guessing, because we're not seeing any of the backs moving. But they've gone forward, then they come back, and they've gone forward, and they come back.
I think they call that you giveth and you taketh away.
That's a great point. No.
3:35 here left in the first quarter.
Need to get inside the 15-yard line to probably want to go for it on 4th down here. And a warm night here at French Field. Stevenson down here, far right. Jennings up at top. Pooler looking back. Fires over the middle. Got a man wide open. One step out. Oh, I'll tell you what, number 8, that's he has done, that's 2 open field tackles on Crone he's made. I mean, he comes in, and that's just, man, that's good safety play there. But it's number 8 or number 2?
Yeah, one time I thought it was 8 and it was 2, and one time I think I thought it was 2. And
yeah, Bryce Williams back there, the senior DB. I'm going to go with that as number 2, and just falling across also number 8 back there is William Young, junior DB. Both of that was the case. That's just
both very
great,
active.
Yeah, great open field tackles. But gain of about 8 on the play brings up 4th and about 1.5 yards. Lobo's going to go for it for the second time here on this drive. 3 offset defensive linemen. Nobody on that left side. Blitz coming. Completed pass outside. Juggled, held on to about to the 10, enough for the first down.
Rocky Mountain Lobos call on 4th and 1.
Yeah, and yep.
Great call.
Yeah,
but normally you'd see them get up underneath the center. And
when you got, like say, Jordan Haregraves a couple years ago led the state in touchdowns, and that braiding of strong running attack has always been the hallmark of Coach Brook and his coaching staff. But right now, Giles Pooler is throwing the ball very, very accurately, and he's putting it on. That ball is bobbled just for a second, but hauled in, first down yardage, and looks like goal to go. Back in the heavy formation. Yancey behind, gives straight up the middle, breaks through one tackle, hurdles over the line. Let's give a little attention to some of those guys up front, Randy, there too. 76, Tyler Kimball, the junior. 72, Michael Mayava, a sophomore. 64, Mike of Mayava, another sophomore. The Twins, Benjamin Gonzalez, number 60. 56, Jeremy Reed up there up front too. I mean, right now they've started to settle the line down, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a
very
impressive drive.
Mountain Vista they've settled their linemen right off the guard. Both the A and C gaps cover right up the middle, and then they slant, bring their linebackers. Inside handoff, a little bit of a mess there. Made a couple moves, gets away people. That was just a shovel pass, but the running back and the crossing back, number 9, who actually, Noah Yancey, who actually got the pitch, almost collided. Drive down inside the 4-yard line, about the 3.5, 3-yard line marked. That was a fairly gutsy call for that close inside the 10-yard line. Second and goal for the Lobos. Looking to take the lead here early going. Blitz coming through by the Golden Eagles. But I'll tell you what,
in.
Yancey just kept going and slid his way around people, shook off one tackler and into the end zone. 6-0 Lobos. Great job of holding the blocks on that side of the line, wasn't he? He had one tackler to beat as he got there and shed him easily. Kick coming up. Jacob Willick back there, number 22. Hold by Noah Yancey. Snap is good, the hold is good, and it's up. And I want to make sure I give credit too out there, because that's one of the toughest and most secure positions. Hunter Dyer number 92, your long snapper, and every coach needs to have somebody back there that's just ice. And that was on the money. So out of the gate here with 46 seconds left here in the first quarter, Rocky Mountain had 2 drives, Randy, took up almost the entire quarter. Mount Vista had a 3 and out. Now that's vintage Rocky Mountain football.
Yeah, it is, but the way they got up and down the field were completely different.
Exactly.
And it don't matter how you do it, it's just do it.
Well, short controlled pass is a long way. If your quarterback is getting it out of his hands and getting to the receivers, that's kind of a long handoff anymore. Not the way we played, huh?
Well, we saw.
Yeah.
As everybody well knows, I'm a Chiefs fan, but we saw Patrick Mahomes have 2 touchdown passes on shovels right in front of him, and because it wasn't a handoff, it was a touchdown pass. So, I mean, you see all this trickery now from the one. You know, they said Peyton Manning had more 1-yard touchdown passes than anybody in the history.
Yeah.
So, it ain't your daddy's football game, is it?
Mount Vista double setbacks deep. Willing to kick off from the far hash. Shadows are starting to occupy more and more of the field.
Almost no wind.
Yeah, it's dead calm and dead hot. Ball taken in the end zone for the touchback. And Willig showing the strong leg. That's what coaches like to see. Nothing happening on the kick return. So Mount Vista looking to get on track out here after that first 3 and out. Barrett back at quarterback. Starting off this year, throwing a pretty good percentage, 48 for 97, but first drive didn't connect on his second one for the third long. And if you look across the way far, it looks like Rocky Mountain's got a softball game going across the way too.
Lots of sports going on in the fall.
Barrett, flare pass outside, got his man across midfield, across the scrimmage line, up forward, nice cut, good strong run, hitting the pass, catching number 7 there. Well, Julio Martinez Marquez.
We can already tell what Mountain Vista wants to do, and it's going to be very important that these outside guys stay home, because if not, they're going to break one of these little
just making
passes.
You make plays in space.
Somebody gets sucked inside, and all of a sudden you've got a 3-on-1 or
single setback in the pistol. Hey, you're just trying to take advantage of numbers, put everybody in space. Give straight up the middle, break right side, out a couple tackles. First down yardage and some out to the 35.
That'll be the last play of the, well, nope, because the clock stopped on the first down.
On the first down, it'll set here, go again, and that will do it. Actually, they got it set and going.
So that will do it, according to the clock.
Yeah, I think if the Mount Vista coaches wanted, they could get those seconds back, but I think they say, come on over. And the referee does wave off. That is the quarter. So after one here played, 7-0 Rocky Mountain Lobos. Oh my gosh, it's hot up here.
So we're back here, 7-0 our score.
Rocky Mountain Band entertaining through the break there. As we always say, nobody has more fun than the band. Trips stacked up top, gives straight up the middle, running back again. Pokes through for 2 or 3. Carried there by number 18, Lincoln Caulfield. No relation to Holden Caulfield, I'm sure, but trying to make sure all these kids going to school listening know that reference. Mount Vista back up on the line pretty quickly. Play still coming in, though, from the sideline. Rocky Mountain going just snap. Looks to his left, throws to his left right away. Got the man on the outside. He's got the edge. And a really good tackle down there by Angelo Vitano probably saved a big play, if maybe a touchdown.
So that's exactly what we were talking about is,
yep.
You be patient, and before you know it, you're liable to have the numbers. And
yeah. Well, they're just trying to get Rocky Mountain out of that zone, trying to get them to come up and make try to do man-to-man, try to break them in. But if you're going to give me 3 receivers over there and I got 2 up close, I got room to get that ball out of the way. Ball can be in the receiver's hands pretty quickly. So 1st and 10 on the play. Give straight to the middle, yardage going forward. Struggling, about 6-7 yard gain. Nice run, tackle, solid by, I thought that was 21. I'm thinking that's not, we got more than 121 because that could have been 21. 20 Lobos there. Austin Homolka. Now he's far side safety. So 2nd and 4, Mountain Vista stringing together a couple nice first downs here. Early second period, trailing 7-0. Trips near side, single, receiver at the top. Throw pass, flare out again. Caught. And a pretty good hit after first down yardage.
I want to point out number 15 there on the edge. What a block.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
And it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hard hit.
Nope.
It wasn't anything. It was just he got in the way, and that's what made the play work.
Yeah, it's because the ball's being caught behind the line of scrimmage, folks. That's why he's allowed to block downfield.
Cameron Williams, I want to make sure we.
Yep. But like I said, you got 3 receivers out there. There's 2 defenders. Well, you got 2 people to block 1 guy. Gibbs straight up the middle this time. Straight again. Lobos missing tackles right at the point of attack. Mountain Vista starting to click on offense. Kind of, they got a little bit more of a mixture of run straight up the middle and then those flare passes.
Yeah, both teams. Mountain Vista was missing some tackles as well, or not wrapping up.
Yeah, nice hot night. Got to get it going. 9.5 to play here in the half.
Your hands actually could be slippery from sweat.
Yeah. Yep. Give, faked in. Barrett takes the option around the corners. Got a crease up the middle. First down yardage. Dive past the 30 to the 25.
Well, I'll tell you, he run like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. First down yardage. Impressive drive here to the answer to the Lobos touchdown. $22-yard line, 1st and 10, Golden Eagles. Trips here to the near side again. Giving up the middle. Moving around this time, tackle fairly secure. Does spin out another one, though. And I'll tell you what, just the effort, second effort there by Noah Hicks again. Their leading rusher, keeping going.
Open the window here to give Dave some, before we lose him.
Yeah, starting to go down.
A little breeze here.
Yeah. Not much there. Trips near side again. Barrett looks to his right, got the pattern. Oh, it's just missed a tip. Going to be a touchdown right up the middle. Tell you what, they ran a crossing pattern. Safety's occupied downfield. Linebacker stepped toward it, missed it, and number 89 cut through everybody right there, walked into the end zone. Jason Kaepernickis. Just a strike by Barrett.
That was a great throw, set up by the great run by the quarterback, too. So, good quarterback play in this first half so far.
Exactly right. A couple of underclassmen. PAT pending. Now Barrett's the holder. High snap, had to go up and get it. But a nice job of finishing the kick there by number 3, Love. And that's one of those moments where your timing is off, but he took his time and just kicked it over the uprights. It wasn't pretty, but it was good.
Well, and I was just sitting there thinking, how many young quarterbacks have, we're showing our age a little bit here, but how many young quarterbacks have we seen develop here before our very eyes? We've seen, and most of them come in because they're either wasn't a strong quarterback in the first place, and they won the job the middle of the year, and then all of a sudden the following year they're
got to get that experience.
I think James Campbell was that way. Fort Collins seems like that's how they always get their quarterbacks. So
yeah,
somebody comes in the middle of the year, and all of a sudden,
Sunshine moved in from California.
Well, I think Highland even a couple of 3 years ago. I think he came in the middle of the year and
took over and never
either
left.
Injury or
but we're tied up here, 7-all with 8:30 left in the first half. Rocky Mountain and Mountain Vista. Single or 2 setbacks for the Lobos. Short kick. Have to come up and get this one at the 17-yard line. Breaks through 1 tackle, spins around, somersaults forward out past the 35-yard line. And good field position to start. There's Jordan Yancey. Just got the ankle caught and rolled forward. So 1st and 10 Lobos. You can kind of hear our crowd mic there is a little bit of a breeze, much to the pleasure of all of us over here and those sitting across the way from Mountain Vista that made the trip up there. Seemed to a lot of them found that shadow to sit in, didn't they? Everybody kind of moved into the get out of the heat.
There's still some brave.
Yeah.
I was just looking over. It's like, that's some brave soul. They must need their vitamin D.
Got a quarterback rotation switch here. Calvin Brandle's in. First play, tried to run an option. Snuffed out strong defensive line play there by the Golden Eagles. Did good just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. Randall pistol formation. Kid sit behind him, single setback. Slant pass inside, hits him. Good catch and goes through it all. Angelo Vitano playing a little bit of both ways tonight for the Lobos. Get your athletes on the field.
Good coverage, too. I mean,
Yeah.
He's just a good football player.
Yeah, he just put the ball down where he's the only one, Vitano's the only one who could go down and get it.
Well, we
senior
saw
carried
last
forward.
week from Arvada West, if you put the ball exactly in the right place,
Yeah, coverage doesn't really matter.
no.
Nice crowd out here on a warm Thursday night. Rocky Mountain still got people coming in. It's an early game. The 6 o'clock kickoff's tough for a lot of people to get home and turn around and come back. Trips to the far side. Moves Sean Kidd, the running back, to his right, now back to the left. Jennings here near side single. Snap, and we just ran out of time. Procedure. I think the part of the problem here is not just people moving, Randy. It's we've got people off the line of scrimmage. They don't have enough guys on. And that's the procedure call. Yeah, they had receivers moving back and didn't have too many men in the backfield. Stevenson bringing the play in. Makes it 3rd and a long 8.
Very fast first half. 6:45 left.
Everybody's staying in bounds when they get the ball. Brandle back in the shotgun. Kid set to his left. Trips top side. Stevenson down here. Long pass reception by him last night. Flare pass out right side. Caught. Going to be a block in the back by Rocky Mountain right there at point of attack.
And they called it.
So easy to do and very easy to see. So Stevenson did catch them, or Jennings had the catch, but I would almost think they're going to decline the penalty.
I don't understand the block in the back because I see them all the time, and then it's like if it's in a certain place, it's not a block, or they run in front of you or something. Yeah. So I don't know what a block in the back is anymore.
That's a good call over there. That head coach Rick Cash for the Golden Eagles said nope, we'll decline. That brings up 4th and 4. Willig back to punt. And like you said, it's a pretty fast quarter. Clock running under 6:15 to play.
Rocky Mountain now needs to bow their neck defensively here and not let Mountain Vista, who did a very balanced attack coming down the field, and they could run the rest of the time.
And over in punt, fair catch called on the 25 and secured. Be 1st and 10 Golden Eagles. Like you said, both teams had a drive. Mountain Vista had theirs. Rocky Mountain stopped. Now you're exactly right. Rocky Mountain's defense kind of got to be back on them because that was just a methodical play down. Lots of short yardage, 5 and 10 yards, and took it in the end zone on a nice pass from Barrett to his receiver, number 89, Kaepernickis. I just want to say Kaepernickis again. I'm probably saying it wrong, but they're still in that same little bunch outfit. I think they're going to see that formation all night tonight until Rocky Mountain does something to stop one of those plays. 3 receivers here on the near side, and you've got to have coverage on them. little delay here. Play coming in from the side. Not sure. I mean, it's a live play. I mean, I know they blew the whistle. So Mount Vista, are they now? We've got an issue with the chain. That's why we got the officials' time.
I think it's an Unchained Melody over there. So.
Very nice. Bringing out the Righteous Brothers on us. For those of you under 40 back home, you can Google it.
I've gotten good word from our executive producer here, Mr. Philip Mildren, that Rick Cash is a really good guy. So Coach Cash, so we would not assume anything else, but
but no less authority than
the man.
Running straight up the middle. This time Rocky Mount brought the blitz. The house was right waiting for him. Loss of about 5. Good spot on the play, though. The line judge at the far side says loss of about 3. He spun away. Forward progress got it to the 22.
That's where Rocky's got to live right there. If they're, they.
Well, you can't let the play come to you.
No.
It's a great point.
The aggressor wins typically.
Well, they were in a 3-man line. Now they're switching to a 4-man line, bringing a little bit more pressure. And like I say, you can't let them sit back there and pick you apart. You meet the run. That's the one of the critiques of the pistol. The handoff takes place so far in the backfield. Slant pattern again. I'll tell you, Barrett, he tried to throw it once. Defensive end for the Lobos jumped up, blocked that avenue, and then he found another receiver, didn't he?
Yeah, what good patience, and he paid for it a little bit.
Yep.
I thought they were going to get to him after the pump. I was like, no, you better
get rid of the ball.
But he didn't need to.
3rd and 5. Need to get across the 25-yard line. Trips down here again near Rocky Mountain's blitzing. Flat pass taken out the outside. Tackle missed. First down gained. And that's just what it is. They had a chance to make the tackle, missed it.
Both the last 2 plays, even on the last play, the first guy missed it.
Yep.
Second guy's got it, but you make those 2 tackles, you got the ball 1st and 10 yourself.
That's the hardest thing to do is make that play in space when you're a defender. You got to come down, break down, and any way you take him down is great, but you can't get nothing but air. Nice call by the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles.
We knew this game was going to be competitive. I mean, you throw the records out the window. You knew this was going to be a hard-fought, competitive game, and it has turned into that.
Quick out there. Nice job. Boy, Barrett got that out of his hands right away. Had his receiver. Just a quick little post out. Caught, gained about 12. I think actually was caught by number 12 out there, too, Noah Hicks.
Actually, both teams are playing fairly well, too.
Yeah, if you didn't know records right now, it's fairly efficient. Ball movement. Back and forth game so far. And as you said, there's plenty of clock running, though. We're down to 4:40 left in the half, and it seems like we just kicked off. Lobos kind of questioning there, weren't quite ready on the snap ball. Getting around, get it about 4 yards. Looks like just enough, though, to get to the yard to gain for the first down.
So that's another one where the first hit,
yeah,
there's some of that's, good runners, too. It's not all the defense, but, boy, you sure want to try to wrap up on that first hit and get the 3-yard, a 1-yard gain instead of a
Well, it's a point of attack. You get there, and you close it down. It's a loss if you miss. Rocky Mountain gone back now to their 3-man line. 4 linebackers in 1st and 10. Barrett looks to throw a flare pass out right side again. And just knifing through there, making the play is Vitano. And you've seen it enough, you got to start making now what you know what the maturation of this play is then. That guy that's going to go down and block is just going to slip by you, not block. And you're going to try to get down the sideline. That's when you look for that flare pattern, and you find that void before the safety gets over there.
You also got to get on both feet, get your center, your balance, and make the tackle. You can't be off balance. And
yep.
A lot of times that's why you miss a tackle if you're not balanced.
Oh, yeah, just say it's so hard to make a screenplay coming. Pressure up the middle, escapes a little bit. Running away is going to get past the line of scrimmage, downfield, first down yardage.
Whoa.
Boy, puts his shoulder down, takes a big hit.
Does that get his team going? Look at
that. They want to see the leader out there as your quarterback, though. Coach said, that's your throwing shoulder. I'd rather you not do that.
Wow. Is he fast or what?
Yeah, he really did accelerate and ran away from everybody there. He was had in the backfield. Nice job of penetration, Lobos, but he stepped up, and that's the difference between a sophomore and a junior. He knew to run when he got everybody past him.
And he got to full speed quick.
Yep. 1st and 10 now, Mount Vista on the move. 41-yard line in Lobos. Backfield this time. Squared
42.
up, wrapped him up, come in a pretty good pop on him. That's Neil David, the senior.
One good hit deserves another, but I'm still impressed with the quarterback coming down and lowering his head on those. Say, hey, I'm an athlete too, man.
Yep.
Don't let me out of the stable, and that's what it looked like.
Yeah, no, he like I say, he wants to win too. And you put it exactly right. That fired up his whole sideline. That's what leadership will do. So second and maybe a loss of half a yard there. Need to get down to the 31-yard line. Trips here near side. No bunch, though. First time in flattened out. Cross pattern's coming. Throws the long out. He's got his man.
What a nice throw, too.
Yeah, he really has a strong arm.
Little sidewinder on that, but hit him right in the number.
Yeah, I wasn't actually sure who he was throwing that to. Both receivers just a little short curl out.
Well, number 7 knows because he's still trying to pull the ball out of his chest.
Yeah, that got there with some urgency. Trips to the top of the field now. Rocky Mountain showing blitz. They bring pressure. Quickly throw over the middle. Big hit, separated the ball. That's an interception. That's still a live call. No, boy, I'll tell you what, they've blown this one.
I'd keep going.
I would keep going all the way down there, but that line judge, that ball never hit the ground.
Yeah.
That's a touchdown.
Because the young man wouldn't have kept running.
And they all did there, but right now they're going to get an inadvertent whistle call on him. That was a touchdown.
Yeah,
it went off his feet. Big hit by the safety. Did it the right way. Great catch, great effort. But he put his put his shoulder right in the numbers. Ball coughed out, bounced off the leg, up into the air. The officials are talking about it, but I think the line judge is going to figure out the inadvertent whistle rule. We'll see how it gets explained, folks. But that should be a touchdown for the defense.
Yeah, that's one of those times, and nothing against officials, but sometimes you call what you think is going to happen as opposed to being patient and waiting.
Now they're going to call it an interception, but not a touchdown. And Coach Brooks out there saying, how can it be an interception and not a touchdown? Because the only player with the ball was never down.
They're going to say because I blew the whistle and the other team didn't.
Well, the blew the whistle should have been an incomplete pass.
Yeah, no.
Because and one other to your point too earlier too. Now the Rocky coach is looking away. It's like, okay, how does that work? But when an official sees a big hit like that, they kind of assume the play's over. The ball's out. But it bounced off, and then and Coach Cash is out there saying, well, how can it be an interception and the ball down there? How do they get – I mean, this doesn't work. What they're basically saying is common sense has come out here. We saw the ball down. We blew the whistle. It's Rocky Mountain's ball.
Yeah.
Either way, the ball's going the other way.
Unless they called it a fumble. That's the only way –
that's
the only way it could be right there.
That's a good point. We'll go with that. I didn't think he
had possession, and they recovered a fumble. But you can still return a fumble, can't
Randall
you?
back at quarterback, throws the quick out. Got to get that ball in your hands a little faster. Had Stevens out here on the outside.
That put a little spice in this game, won't it?
Yeah, it sure did. Well, I'll tell you, and I wish I could remember who made the big hit. If that was Vitano back there, I believe it was for the Lobos. He's the safety, but
46 ran it all the way smartly all the way.
Oh, yeah, Luke Crawford, it popped right up to him.
To me, that's the proof in the pudding because I don't know too many 17-year-old guys going to run 65 yards, 75 yards for nothing.
Brown back to throw again. He's got the slot pattern. Low in the air.
Oh.
I think that's intercepted too. No, it might have hit the ground. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was a ball that was thrown into double coverage, unfortunately, and a great play, great grab. I think the safety just took the ball away. I thought I saw the ball on the ground, but the back judge had a great view of it, so he called the other way right off the bat. So the miss, we'll get the explanation probably at halftime, but that call that took the touchdown away, 2 plays later, Mount Vista's back in business.
Yeah, you can't be moderate in officiating.
No.
You got to be one way or the other on that call.
Yeah, this game's getting going quickly here. And we're down to a minute and a half, minute 31 left here. And like I said, as you said, Randy, very quickly played first half. That incompletion there, one of the rare stoppages of the clock. Barrett that time got outside the tackle again and knew he had nowhere to go. He had to throw it. Good coverage on the far side by the Lobos. Now you see Rocky Mountain putting 3 out there to defend those 3 receivers. Barrett just finds the long, as you said, he slings it low, but
that was
that you got to step in it. That took too long to get there.
That was all wrist, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wonder if he plays shortstop.
That looked an awful lot like him. And Mountain Vista won 5A state last year.
That's why I was
baseball.
thinking. Quick snap. I don't think they were set. Stepping up in the pocket, gets around a couple people, be forced into the sideline, hit out of bounds. Good job staying up on the play by the Rocky Mountain Lobo defender there at number 45, I think that is. We look across, yeah.
A little more mustard on this
the game
contest now.
Actually, I think it's 49 down there. Dominic Gaeli, number sophomore. A lot of sophomores out there for Rocky Mountain tonight, both sides of the ball. 4th down and 5, big play here, ending the half. Snap up, Barrett looking downfield, fires over the middle, got a man wide open.
Oh, they can't.
And that's a fumble for sure this time. Rocky Mountain's just going to fall on it. And tell you what, that was a great turn. He's trying to turn it upfield and go make a play, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And a good hit from behind, jarred it loose. And Rocky Mountain there's down to coverage. So with all that happening in the last, minute and a half, Rocky Mountain's going to probably want to just take a couple of knees here. Although Mountain Vista's got all 3 timeouts. They're going to have to play it.
And the Rocky Mountain coaches are saying, insert smart comment here.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for it still too.
Yeah.
One thing I do like what I see Mountain Vista doing tonight against the Lobo offense. They are strong on the defense. They're trying to take away the center, the A and B gap. So they got basically 3 defenders, guard, center, and guard covered, making Rocky Mountain kind of step outside. So still out of the shotgun here. Now back in the game is Pooler. Snap. Ball given sideways. He's in the end zone. That's going to be gets away from one. Back outside. That would have been a safety. Just made positive yardage. Another reason I don't like handoffs in the pistol formation.
Well, yeah, you're 5 yards back when you start.
Yeah, and this is dangerous times for a young offense. Now we got to play at the end there. Somebody said something pretty dumb.
Well, I think Mountain Vista thought they had a...
Yeah, kid never gave up, and he spun around. You can see the ball get across the goal line. Now they're just going to let sportsmanlike conduct of Mountain Vista just let Rocky Mountain out of jail.
Yeah.
Big play, and Coach Cash, we don't talk about the players that make mental mistakes like that. But right now, there's getting a whole lot of education going on that far sideline, as you'd expect. And I don't know many athletes that haven't had that moment.
Yeah,
I bet he learned from it.
He thought it was a safety, and he didn't want to give up on his point.
Yeah. Trouble is, there's only one out there matters. So first and 10 now, Rocky Mountain. 25 seconds left in the half. Clock is running. Actually, Pooler going to throw. He's got the slant pattern caught from behind, a little behind him.
Boy, if he'd have let him, he's 10 more yards.
Well, but I'm kind of looking at that. I like the fact they're going for it, but I'd take a knee, go in and tie it at halftime. You played pretty well.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake and be 14-7.
Yeah, just on something right there. So a timeout on the play. Well, actually, a procedure call against Rocky Mountain. Boy, that youth just keeps popping back up, doesn't it? I think more often than not now, this is just lining up incorrectly. Not enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
I will have to say these first 3 weeks of football, I have seen more penalties than any year we've done broadcast.
I would agree.
And I don't know if I don't know if they don't have as many practices or if everybody's young or I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of youth in this city. Give the ball, kid breaks to his left, runs right into the traffic there. Nice job, Mount Vista coming up and going down, and that was the last play of the first half. So competitive, very spirited game here at French Field. Rocky Mountain hosting the Golden Eagles from Mount Vista. We're tied at 7. You're watching Stream It Sports.
At Toyota, safety isn't an option, it's standard. So features like lane departure alert and pre-collision system are always included on every single Toyota RAV4. To get similar features on a road, Nissan charges over $6,000. They shouldn't. We don't. Just announced, get $3,000 cash back on a new 2018 Toyota RAV4. For other great deals, visit your Toyota dealer today. Or find your Toyota at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Pay your friends back before they pay you back. Zelle on the First Bank app. First Bank, banking for good.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided to either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Pay your friends back before they pay you back. Zelle on the First Bank app. First Bank, banking for good.
So we're back here as we're getting ready. About a minute and a half till we start the second half. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you. Maxwell Finkum showing us the pictures tonight on the camera, doing an outstanding job as he normally does.
As usual.
And Dave, we've got a competitive football game here. As we
Kids
did
are
say,
flying around making tackles.
both teams came in 0-3, but you'd never know it. Both teams playing hard, and as the color commentator, I would say my commentating would be that that just both teams missed tackles.
Yeah.
And some of that's because they're young, some of it's whatever, but that's really the only negative thing I've seen really the whole game. Both offenses have had spurts of really looking good.
Very efficient for a while, and then defensive kind of flex come back there. We had a couple of back-to-back, I don't know if you call them both interceptions, but they certainly didn't break Rocky Mountain's way. The guys talking to the coaches, and they believe that was just an inadvertent whistle call, and that's all they could really do about it. And I think the fact the young man picked the ball up off that heel and took off running, and they all reacted. Not going to say a kid's not experienced to do that, but they know that when the play's not over to run. And I think the official realized pretty quickly, but it doesn't matter. The whistle's blown. The play is dead. And both sets of coaches were mad about one thing or another there, and I get it.
Yeah, there was enough to be mad about for everybody, but either way.
We've got a good football game, 7-7 here.
Yeah, it's it's trying to cool down, not doing a very good job
Oh,
of it.
I know. Yeah, we're up here like baked potatoes with 15 seconds left to go.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, very fast half, and halftime, these kids are ready to get back out here. Crowd's into it pretty good.
I'm more like a shish kebab.
It's shish kebab, okay. Broiled something, I agree. That's not bad. But Rocky Mountain, they will be kicking off here to start the second half.
Let's talk real briefly. Tomorrow night, Greeley West. First broadcast, Ken Denning has been so gracious to let us come over and do some games, asked us to come over, and we're going to be doing Greeley West and Monarch. Monarch, a perennial powerhouse.
Yep.
And this year they're good as well. And Greeley West, an improving program. They're 1-1.
Yeah, they went down. They got a loss down in Florida and went down there, and those kids got that kind of experience. So your program grows that way. We'll have a lot more about that. But stay tuned tomorrow night, Streaming Sports and Greeley West football. But right now, we're back here at French Field. Lobos to kick off. Willick back near sideline, near hash kick. Waiting for the referee. Everybody is set. Lineman says go. Willick drives the ball again deep, high into the air, well into the end zone, and just a catch made for practice by the returner there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles. And we'll see if Barrett, who looked very impressive first half, stays with it. He does a good job of getting the ball in hand, but he extended a couple of drives by taking off and running, didn't he?
Yeah, and we, as the half went on, we started seeing his athleticism.
Yep.
That he, might be one of the better athletes on the field even, and so we start seeing that as the half, his speed, his power, and really just a good head on his shoulder. He made some nice passes.
Threw the ball 20 times in the first half. So 1st and 10 now, Eagles. Motion, strong side going to the top side of your screen. Deliberate throw, the flare pass outside, get the man running forward, gained about 6-7, almost get out to the sticks. Not really trying to make anything fancy there. They're putting a guy in motion, overloading the secondary, and Rocky Mountain short a man out there to cover that.
So explain to people how hard that pass is, that it's not as easy as what he just flipped it out there and made it look like.
Yeah, exactly right. That's
why
he
led him perfectly and just...
I made a comment, I'm not sure if it was on the air, but I wonder if he's a shortstop or second base, and they got a great baseball program there. They're state champs last year. A little procedure in the backfield, that'll move him back, make 2nd and 7. But you're exactly right though. That play, the receiver's got to do, he makes that curl, turns around, gives the quarterback the numbers to aim for, but he put it to him right in stride. He caught it and kept going, and that kind of play, if you make a couple solid blocks in front of you, like the receivers have done a nice job already this game, those are plus yardage plays.
And on the other hand, if you throw it behind him,
it's a lateral, it's a fumble.
Yeah, bad things happen. So
Rocky Mountain playing blitz, playing the running game right on the way there, and dialed it up. I expect to see a lot more of that this half by the Lobos too. Start bringing pressure. Make tackle that time made by number 31 from Rocky Mountain, coming from the weak side there, Hayden Steffens. going with the 3-man line, 4 linebackers, 5 linebackers kind of across. You got to spread out. You got to honor the way Barrett's throwing the ball. You have to widen your linebackers. Blitz coming again. Barrett fires over the middle, picked off. That time he just stared down the receiver. The linebacker said, I've seen this too many times. Just the way you say, and then it happens.
And somebody's talking. And
is that a flag?
Yep. I'm not sure what.
Or is that a flag or somebody's arm pad? Yeah, it's a, well.
It looks like a flag to me.
I just never saw it. I was looking away. But great job of stepping right in front of that big turnoff, and it's going to be
on Mountain Vista.
Yeah, their second unsportsmanlike conduct of the game. Frustrations happen.
Sometimes you get down the game and you find out a few reasons why a team might have the record they might have, and that's too costly.
Yeah, that one let Rocky Mountain off their own goal line at the end of the first half.
Very easily could have had a safety.
Well, they had him right where they want him on defense. Slant, defense right side. Yancey breaks out. Running back, I mean, they're running right into that. Wow, he made plus yardage out of nothing there. But if you saw right at the snap there, if you're watching, Mountain Vista's defensive line right before the snap will jump and go from side to side. That time they slanted and jumped right over the strong side of the play, which means Rocky Mountain either needs to, as a quarterback, you need to start varying your count. You either go right away or you take it down to a second and third hut, because they're doing that on rhythm. If you guess wrong, you've got a big void there, and the offense has a spot. Tyler Jennings down here near side all by himself, Randy. That's that post kind of throw. Yancey goes on the outside, gets caught by the jersey, spins around, gains about 3 or 4 more. Going to bring up, and we've got a late flag. Boy, that pretty late for holding. That wasn't the thrown out of play. That's a personal foul play by the referee. The referee just threw his flag in the air, not. Yeah, personal foul, and it's going to be against. Why? That's 2 big plays right there on. Coach Cash wants to hear about it, but you see the referee, he didn't throw it. Like usually he's going to throw his flag at where the spot's going to be if it's holding flag. That was a flag that just went in the air. Now Rocky Mountain's getting fresh out of downs and goal to go from about the 3. Well, it's still second now. It's after the play. So it's still second and about 2. They can get a first down inside the 1-yard line.
He's getting the.
But I thought it was automatic first down. So
unabridged version of the.
Yeah, he's going to take his time. Well, right now he wants his defense to kind of cool their heels too. They got to be thinking out there. That's just good coaching right there. He stepped up there, give his kids a chance. Okay, collect yourself. Come on, you got to make a play here. 3rd and goal for the Lobos. Fullback dive right up the middle. Yancey follows him in, gets closer, down about the 1. And I should have said 3rd and goal. It was 3rd down because they can get a first down. They're very close to that. I'm pretty sure they're not going to send the kicking unit out.
Boy, it's amazing they didn't get a first down out of a.
And we got a Mountain Vista player down on the field right now, and they're going to come out and take a look at him. Hope he's all right, but we'll be right back after this commercial. You're watching Streaming Sports. Moving. We're back here now. Good to see the Golden Eagle player able to get up off and walk off on his own. This is not a contact sport, it's a collision sport. Those kids are out there flying around. So 4th down and short on about the 1.5-yard line. Now the officials are still talking over there, and I'm wondering if that was the talk about the personal foul not getting the first down.
Boy, it sure seems like it should have, but
I mean, it was,
ask Coach Brooks' opinion.
Well, they're calling it since it was after the play.
But you know what I would run? You got to run it. You got to fake inside and quarterback keep it on the out.
Give yourself
that's
a chance.
You're going to do, because he's been open twice now when he's handed it off.
Well, it's going to have to be a pretty quick hit, whatever they do. Like I said, this is one of those times I'm not really a fan of the deep handoff because it's the slowest thing going.
Right.
And you got to cover every angle because Mountain Vista is going to bring everybody. They got nothing to lose.
Or maybe you hit your little
Yep.
tight end right over the
Yeah,
middle
you
or
got double
something.
tight there. They go start. You're right. The quarterback kept it. He's spinning forward. He didn't
Didn't
make it. He
get it.
lost yardage. And if you can't tell who we got next door to us, the Mountain
Yeah.
Vista coaches are pretty excited about that stop. Got
Knows the word yes. That's for doggone sure.
quite a few families on this side of the field are wondering what they're about to hear, but great play by the Mountain Vista penetration that time. It was the quarterback keep, and they filled every gap.
But they didn't go out wide enough. I mean, I thought they should have went out wider on that.
Yeah. Well, getting through it either way. The Mountain Vista taking the snap in their end zone. Now Rocky Mountain, if you look on the outside area, everybody's playing inside their receiver. Sometimes you just take a shot downfield.
Oh yeah.
There's no safety over the top. He's working his way out. Give in the end zone, hit. I don't know if they're going to mark him just barely out of the end zone. Now the line judge is going to take him to the half-yard line.
It's hard to get a safety.
Yeah, you've got to make it. You got to
Just
run
ask
back
number
in
8 for
yeah.
Mountain Vista.
Yeah, nice job by the running back that time. That when I talk about that slow give, I expect a pass here. I really do. Barrett's made his last throw was a pick, but he's been on target. Second down in your end zone. He's looking at the outside. He's got the out pattern. He's got the man. I think that ball's actually tipped too.
And he gets the first
I
down.
think he spun around first. He just had the bigger receiver out there.
Well, I'm a big fan of getting the ball on the outside and letting your athletes make plays.
Well, there's room there because your defensive linemen aren't going up in the air to block the line. Your alleys aren't shut down. They're trying to get straight forward. They're running at you. Quick snap. Got to let the come in the outside. Barrett runs, stiff arms. One man gets away, steps out about the 15. Rocky Mountain had pressure up the outside, and Barrett just fast enough to get around him.
Yeah.
Well, and that was an angle problem because the first rusher went inside the blocker instead of going outside. He had to force Barrett back into almost to the end zone. Gain of about 4 on a broken play.
And a good stiff arm by Barrett as
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, that's made the difference there. Blitz coming. Rocky Mountain trying to play the run. Bounces off the outside. Sheds one tackler upfield. And taken down after about a 20-yard gain by Angelo Vitano. Nice job again, number 12. That's Noah Hicks. So from going from your own half-yard line out to the 37 in 3 plays, Mountain Vista back on their rhythm again on offense, aren't they?
Yeah, that's big momentum changer right there.
So that trips formation down here at the bottom again. Rocky Mountain trying to disguise how they're going to play it. Stepped up, look out there. You got a hold call if you want it on the outside. Now they're starting to see that play coming. But a nice job out there at number 19 for the Lobos. The defensive back got straight up field. That's James Chavez, the junior.
It's like 44 a little shook up, or he's going to.
He didn't want to come out. Jacob Bennett there, one of your captains. He said, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, Mountain Vista going again right away.
Just had something to eat that was bad.
Yeah. All right, everybody's set here. Mountain Vista had a chance to kind of be quick on the snap there, but play call just getting in. Give, straight up the middle. Another arm tackle broken. It's just a speed run now. Vitano's going to catch him easily, but not after about another 25-yard gain. Rocky Mountain, everybody going through there, and he breaks through, and Jack Wiegman there showing the acceleration.
Right.
Because he's going through an arm tackle, and he's gone.
And how many times do we say, you get up in the box, like if you don't get him at the line.
Exactly. He's in the second level and there's nobody there.
Fortunately, Vitano was able to run him down, but that hurts. The way he had to wrestle him down for as little as he is.
Yeah. There's a lot of toughness there.
A lot of courage.
Give again too. Falling straight forward.
Well, where'd this kid come from? He looks like Larry Zonk out there, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a junior, but I got a number. I got 5. I actually got 2 5s. Excuse me. I've got the wrong one. That's Ethan Ward. And they're one offense, one defense. So Ethan Ward, the senior running back, he's doing the toting right now. Substitution back in now. 12 is Noah Hicks. Both have been very effective. Second and 5.
He's big enough to run it.
Yep. Give straight again. And they're just kind of taking after that.
That's old school there, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, we're going to come right at you. Rocky Mountain's just playing 3 defensive line, trying to get those linebackers to come up and fill. But they're getting a double team on your outside lineman. And, there's pretty good size in that Mountain Vista line. So 3rd and 3, need to get down about the 26-yard line for first down. Barrett set back in the pistol. Gibbs straight up the middle again. Close, probably about a yard short. Nice job of getting up the other time, stepping up in the hole.
Yeah, this is no decision at all here.
No, not the way they've been running it. Hicks that time. Gained maybe a yard, 4th and 2. And this is where Barrett's very dangerous.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him quarterback sneak it or.
Well, it looks like he's wandering up there trying to get under center, but no.
He's got a gap there. He could run behind him. If
you'd want to know, Rocky Mountain showing blitz. This is the give again, running back. He's not going to make it.
Oh, he got it.
He gets hit at the 30. He's going to lose 3 yards.
Oh, my gosh. Great play by Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, that's one of those you went to the well too many times, and Ward down here shaking up. He took a pretty good pop. Slow to get up. Yeah, he tried pretty hard. Boy, I think he probably went down on the ball, but what a great job by the Lobo defense coming across. And
several people had a bite of that apple.
Well, and I think that's one where Mount Vista does that again. I'd get the ball in Barrett's hands because they're keying on the running back, weren't they? So 1st and 10 Lobos.
If you're the offensive coordinator, you went one too many times. And
Pooler back at quarterback had a very good first quarter. Give right side. Kidd breaks it upside, gets tackled right away. Mount Vista's playing everybody up front. I mean, they're begging them, daring Rocky Mountain to throw the ball.
And neither quarterback has thrown a long
No, they've
pass,
probably taken more like a 10-yarder downfield. I mean, Pooler had 2 or 3 balls over the middle, but not to your outside. Nobody's tried to stretch the field.
And he had a touchdown that was fumbled, or I think that'd have been a touchdown, but into the first half.
So 2nd and maybe a loss of a half yard there. Need to get out near the 40-yard line. 4:31 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 7. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports.
Yeah, boy, they got everybody up.
Roll left side, got good protection, fires the man outside, broken up. Nice job of closing on the play. Number 2 for the Golden Eagles steps up there, Bryce Williams, and just rakes his arms through the receiver's hands, and it's dropped.
We saw a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, Fossil Ridge didn't score a lot, but they had one long pass that stretched it Tilly, and it opened up the whole.
Yeah,
it opened up the whole thing.
You knew it could happen.
And so far, Rocky Mountain has not even attempted that. And even if it's incomplete, you do it, don't you?
Jennings and Stevens near side here. 2 receivers top your screen. Single setback. Mountain Vista showing blitz. They bring it. Pooler back, stands tall. Has got a man over the middle. Hits him. Too short, though, for the yardage. Pooler has to pick himself up, though. But I tell you what, the sophomore is impressing. He stands there and throws the ball. He's been accurate. He's ball delivered there. Just say it was just not enough.
And there wasn't even anybody past the 10 yards to throw to, I don't believe.
Didn't have that kind of time. He's one of those, if you're going to take the ball down the sideline, you're right, you can take that long pass because that's a timing proposition. But no, those are all patterns that are going to come through.
Hoping somebody break a tackle and get the first down.
Willig back, standing on about his own 22. Good snap. Kick is away. Oh, that's a beauty. High here into the night at French Field. Fair catch called, and that was secured there by.
That's how you give coaches gray hair.
Yeah, it kind of jumped up. You could hear it hit the pads. But Hicks secured it. 1st and 10 now. Mount Vista, see if they can keep that rhythm going again. They turned it over on downs last time.
Well, it looked like Rocky Mountain figured a couple things out by the time they got to the 50. But
I think Barrett's got to run the ball a little bit more for them to be successful.
Hit that receiver in the seam, because that receiver's been wide open twice in the seam.
Pass coming this time. Now you're talking about screenplay coming, flips it out here along the side, slips one tackle. no call for block in the back there because you see number 44, Bennett, coming up. But I think since it was a screen pass, you can't block inside the back there. But
well, that's my point because I see that all the time. They don't
got
call
shoved.
it. So is the official rule that
you can block in the back on a screen play behind the line of scrimmage as long as the ball's caught back there within the tackles. That was a little wide, but
okay.
Yeah, but that's a judgment call by the line judge and the referee there. Trips top of your screen, but effective set all night long. Pump fake taken up over the top. This time's thrown out. He's got the man open, but threw it out of bounds. That's what I was talking about. You said earlier, Randy, when are you going to try to stretch the field? And that time, Cameron Williams tried to run the out and up. But credit out here also number 19 for the Lobos. The cornerback down there, Chavez, had a good bite on the receiver.
He did.
He forced him out of bounds and really slowed the route down.
But, boy, if you can get those safeties to bite on something.
Yep. 3rd and 5 coming up now. Bennett looks to throw. Looking for that cross pattern. Got the man in the middle. I think he caught it. Nope, ball loose. Big hit coming up there. It might have gotten tipped by the linebacker underneath. Number 31 was up through there at Steffens, but I'll tell you, the safety came up and really finished off the play, making sure that wasn't going to be caught.
And that looked like a throw to the second baseman.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't it?
It really did.
That motion looked like he was picked it up going for a double play.
Turn 2. You're exactly right. Barrett, the quarterback's back to punt. Snaps clean away. Gets the ball turned over, kind of a low driving kick. Vitano catches on the run, drops it, bounces right back up. Has he got it? Yeah. He was trying to catch it on the run. And that's one of those you come up without the air in you because you're cradling the ball and you get dived on. But the Rocky Mountain Lobos.
That ball doesn't feel good in your gut, does it?
No. There's no way to describe that feeling when everything leaves. But if he'd have secured that, he had a chance to make at least another 10, 15 yards if he could make that corner. But either way, Lobos, with Pooler coming back in at quarterback, start on their own 35.
Boy, I just line it up and try to throw as far as I could this first down just to see if I can loosen something up. You get straight man coverage on the outside. The safety, single safeties over the middle. They got no help there. Running back goes to the left side, cuts up field. You talk about playing it. Yancey's looking for trouble, cutting back inside. 13 yards. We said they're going to have to. They can get yardage if they cut back, we think, as you see it on the field.
Just as you said, he planted that foot, stuck it right there in the turf, and turned upfield, cut back, and I tell you, he was looking for somebody to drag with him. But a good first down play for 12 yards moves the chains. First and 10 Lobos now. 3 receivers near side, single receiver in top of your screen. Pooler, same play again, left side, cuts right back up the middle again, gain of about 4.
So somebody saw something down there, didn't they?
Yeah, well, and you got to, like I say, credit the guys up front. They're starting to win a little bit more. Both offensive lines are really playing pretty well tonight, I would say.
Yeah. And explain to our folks, when everybody's pursuing so hard one way, the cutback, and, we've seen so many NFL running backs do it.
Think of Terrell Davis,
so well.
Those zone blocks, things like that. Yeah, you do, because the defenders got their numbers going towards the sideline, and you can get on there. It's hard to turn that way. You cut back against the grain, and if you don't run right into somebody, you got a crease. 2nd and 6 now. Trips receivers all bunched up here near side. Pooler back to throw. Blitz coming, handled, fires to the outside. Nice job on a quick tackle there. That was a real good play out here. Number 25 really broke on the ball and made a secure tackle.
Boy, they're letting them tee up on Pooler.
Yeah, he's standing back there. He's taking it.
But, the official's right there. So.
Yep. Well, they're coming. They're playing football. They're playing it high. They're not diving into his legs or anything like that. But the sophomore is showing a lot of poise. Very impressed with the way he's looked tonight. Brings up 3rd and 5, though. Both the offenses have kind of bogged down. As you said, the defenses are starting to get in the feel of it. Pooler looks over the middle. Looks at the seam. He's got the man wide open down the middle. Oh, that's got to be a flag. Oh, he had it in his hands. And I tell you what, better view back there to the back judge. He had it right. He reached around, just knocked it out because the receiver, he was kind of thought he was going to be able to run. He had the defensive back screened with his body. And just reached through and poked it, but a great throw.
And it's just the timing, and it looked like he was slightly early, but there's...
Yeah, well, and that's when you got to reach out and catch it with your hands.
Yeah.
Instead of letting it come to your body.
Yeah, because he has body wrapped up.
Yep.
But they stretched the field, and
oh, yeah, it was there.
They had an opportunity.
Willig, nice job punting straight up in the air. Ball's going to bounce to 13. That's one of those, if they get a couple more yards out of that, nice job of getting down there to cover it. But Mount Vista, that's a ball you want to try to catch if you at all can. Got kind of lucky that it didn't skitter down towards the end zone.
Well, it seemed like he had plenty of room, but folks, if you want to have your heart in your throat, go out and catch a few punts with 11 angry people coming at you.
Yeah. And everybody wants to run right through your numbers.
Yeah. Takes a special person to do that well.
You want a nice thick chin pad. You're looking up. Barrett back, trips top of your screen. Gives straight up the middle. Ball's on the ground. Still on the ground. It's up in the air. Lobos picked it up in the air. Touchdown, Rocky Mountain.
See if they call it. What are they calling?
Well, right now they're not calling it down. The ball was fumbled. All of a sudden it popped in the air. I didn't know you could advance it there, but it's behind the line of scrimmage. So the other turnover that didn't count.
Okay, he called it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, somebody needs to call what that is.
The referee called it right away, but I thought they were going to stop and talk about it. But, yeah, you see the running back for Mount Vista turned upfield, spun around right away. Somebody hit the ball, and it was gone. You could tell he was looking for it. All of a sudden, we saw everybody looking, and it popped straight up in the air, and the Lobos defender.
That was a gang touchdown, wasn't it?
Yeah. Effort by everybody. Willig out for the PAT. Good snap, good hold. Kick is driven up, and it is true.
Well, he barely got that ball down.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, though, so one play that thought they had earlier, probably an inadvertent whistle is the call they're going to go with. But that one, that was carrying around like a ping pong ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Rocky Mountain living right tonight.
38 seconds left in the third.
Picking that one up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said it doesn't matter what sport. You're hustling. You're giving great effort.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be making things happen, and then all of a sudden something breaks your way, and it goes. And they picked up that time, you know, Neil David, the senior. What a great memory he's going to have. He's going to be an old man like you and me. He's going to still be saying, remember the time I scored, picked it up out of the air?
Yeah.
It might be not a 5-yarder by then. It might be a 55-yarder.
Yeah, in football, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what, Mr. David, we would tell you that's just fine. It's your story. You tell your kids someday. Broke 13, 14 tackles and took it all the way in.
Yeah, man. Every year it's a little better story.
Yeah, our legends grow as we do. Willig to kick near side from the hash. He's had nothing returned yet tonight. That one's curling towards the corner. Man, it'd be taken deep in for the touchback again.
38 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Still haven't talked about my Jim's Wings challenge.
Yep, Jim's Wings, best wings in northern Colorado since 1991. Proud sponsor of Northern Colorado sports, and we want to thank them, and we want to make sure you go get some Jim's Wings over in Campus West.
Campus West on Elizabeth there, West Elizabeth. Anybody goes in and tries the Ram Hot version, it's on me. I will buy. I want to see you eat them. Straight up give right in the middle this time. Rocky Mountain on it. Spinning away tackle. Sometimes you just kind of want to give up. The forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, but.
Well, Rocky Mountain's defense has found some life here. You know, they stopped the fourth down down here and get the interception.
Yeah. Well, and
fumble return. You know, they're feeling pretty good right now.
Well, and if you get a stop here, this is probably going to be the last play of the third quarter unless it's a quick drop. Pickering fires out here again. He's got the single set. Pretty good tackle coming up, gain about 5.
And that will do it.
Tackled in bounds, clock ran. That's the end of 3 quarters here at French Field. 14-7, the Lobos lead. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Pay your friends back before they pay you back. Zelle on the First Bank app. First Bank, banking for good.
At Toyota, safety isn't an option, it's standard. So features like lane departure alert and pre-collision system are always included on every single Toyota RAV4. To get similar features on a road, Nissan charges over $6,000. They shouldn't. We don't. Just announced, get $3,000 cash back on a new 2018 Toyota RAV4. For other great deals, visit your Toyota dealer today. Or find your Toyota at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Back here now, start the third quarter. Lobos student section and band down in front of us did their roller coaster cheer. Every school's got a signature cheer. Lobos could use more of it here to close out this victory. 14-7 they lead, but dangerous Mountain Vista. Give the ball up this time, going to the outside. And what a great tackle. Angelo Vitano right now is playing himself into some all-conference honors, isn't he?
He has saved a
Big
touchdown
plays
on the last one. And folks, he's not, what is he, 5'10", 140?
Yeah.
Might be a little
tell you
too
what,
generous.
He's a football player. That's what he is. He's back to receive a punt now.
He's not afraid to tackle.
No, that was a big third down play, forcing the punt here. Start the fourth quarter. Punt shanked. It probably won't get to about the 40. He's going to bounce away. Good job by the Lobo back guys. And Vitano's running up there like he wants to make a play. He's feeling it.
Well, he was looking at it.
Well, if the other team's looking at it.
I'll tell you what, if it bounced up to his stomach, he might have picked that thing up.
And probably would have. And that's when the coach says,
that's
okay.
About a 6-yard punt.
Yeah, that was just, you can tell that this came off the foot wrong. And a pretty bad time to have that happen to the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles. They played a really good game tonight.
But the wheels are starting to wobble a little bit here, and Rocky Mountain needs to take advantage of this one.
Yeah, when you have a chance, you got to make plays. Rocky Mountain breaks a huddle. Pooler still at quarterback, has been for most of this half. No receivers, no running back, everybody out. Empty backfield. And looks like we're going to have a false start. Yeah, we did. A lot of penalties tonight in the Lobos, and I think that's probably their 6th or 7th procedure call. I think most of them have been formation calls. With that, we could see everybody just kind of got wound up, ready to go. So moves the ball back to the 44-yard line. Need to get inside the 29 going in. Beautiful night here. It's a warm night, great night for the athletes. Spectators, those are sitting outside, of not a pleasant evening. For those
Somebody
of us,
needs to turn that heat off in here.
Yeah, that's right. 1st and 15 now. Reset that. Downs, gives straight in the middle. Kid breaks the outside, going to get caught though. And a little bit of difference there between an older running back and a younger one right there. You got Kid who's obviously got some pretty good wheels, puts a stiff arm out there, but being a sophomore, bigger, older linebacker got a hold of him, got up high, and lost about 3 on the play. And I'm with you here. I'd give Pooler a chance to take a couple of them downfield. He had the tight end the last time, in the seam down there about 20 yards and just wasn't put away.
Well, right now, because he's a young man, his muscles haven't developed, his slowing motion is a little slow.
Yep.
And, that's, although he's very accurate.
Oh, yeah.
But
he's
it
standing in there.
takes him a little time to
fire it like you believe it.
Yeah, he doesn't pop it yet.
Looking downfield, Hull's got the man on the outside that time, hits the Tyler Jennings, but really nowhere to go. That was his last choice, and I think he looks now and he sees Kid who kind of ran a wheel route out there. He had no pressure on him that time, and that could have gone a little longer. We've got a Mountain Vista player down in the field, so while they tend to him, we'll be back. You're watching Streaming Sports. We're back here now, 3rd and 12. Lobos facing it going in. Get some yardage here. You might want to look at screenplay is going to come to the outside. A little underthrown. Kid picks it up, though, gets tackled. Struggles forward for about 7 or 8. And I think this is when you want to go for it. You know, if you're the Lobos, you're up 7. You need to just get inside another 6 yards. You know, a punt maybe gain you 15 yards at best. So that's your defense is playing pretty well. And after I make all that long a speech,
you know, I didn't see a phone call up here asking you what you would do either.
I was playing with somebody else's chips. That's why. That's why they've got the sideline headsets, and I'm just up here.
Let me go over here. There's a phone out here, isn't there?
Yeah, I see the hotline.
Anybody call up here asking for David Haase's opinion?
Willig on his own 50 as the game progresses here, partner. Pooches it towards the sideline, goes outside the 20, but they're going to run it back.
We got some good old fellas next door,
yes,
too,
we
so
do.
I had to include them in the production here.
Yeah. And the ball is being marked right at the 20. So I hate to say it.
You were right.
But I was right.
Yeah.
Of course I hate to say it. Of course I'm going to say it. It's a 17-yard gain.
17.
Yep. Well, you know what? Your defense is playing well. You're going to try to make them go 80.
And then they got a penalty.
There's a penalty at the end of it, so somebody's doing a little holding or something, and ball
12 yards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he actually got closer down to the 15, but either way, we know that the one opinion that truly matters. Give again, straight up the middle, and Rocky Mountain started to, the great effort out there, Hicksey's guys, but
boy, blow the whistle.
Yeah, well, he's spinning away from tackles, but that's how he fumbled last time. You cannot slight the young man for his effort.
No.
And he's gotten away from a lot of tackles, but the Lobos are coming to the ball. With Barrett's arms, I'm looking for somebody. Do you have that speed receiver? Do you have that one that can stretch take the top off that defense?
Again, we've said, the antidote for both teams.
Give it a chance. Rocky Mountain showing blitz coming from the top of your screen. They do. Quick to pass, fires up in the air. And just a great job of coming in from the outside that time. That left defensive end or outside linebacker had his hands up, forced to throw up and away. Now we got 3rd and 9. That's good coaching taken over there by the young man, because he knew he wasn't going to get there. Make it shrink that zone in that alley for that quarterback to throw. Pretty sure on that far side over there, that was Jacob Bennett, number 44.
What little breeze there was is now gone.
Yeah, even the flag in the end zone is not even twitching. Rocky Mountain looked like they're going to bring the blitz. They kind of lay back this time. Fire the long out again. Depends on the feet. I think he's going to be short by about half a yard. He's going to give him a pretty good spot.
I think he got it.
Yeah, he did. Great throw, great catch. I mean, that's so tough to cover all by yourself out there, but
well, there's so much you have to do to make the catch. You have to have your foot in. You got to throw a BB, and all those things happen.
Yeah, and he put it right on the numbers and got the first down. Rolling to the outside again, stopped him, tried to take it middle downfield, got a man wide open. Just a little tall, and I think that receiver was turning to run, wasn't he?
He was, and I'm glad that they let these two guys play out here. There was a little holding on.
Yeah. How you doing? What are you doing after the game?
Yeah.
Clock stopped that time. 4th quarter, 8:54 to play. Rocky Mountain does lead 14-7. Tight game all night. Barrett, though, flashing that arm strength again. He set his feet that time and delivered right down the middle. Roll out left, option this side, pitches it. Rocky Mountain, that was just, you need to get up there. Great pursuit. Great pursuit up there. 42 and 46 for the Lobos come flying up. That was Crawford, 46, and David, number 42. And that was just slow developing. That's once again, you're starting the option 5 yards deep for the quarterback. Tough to run the option when you're running horizontal like that, and you're already several yards deep. Roll out right side, this time better angles. Fire on top.
Oh, there it is. Pick.
Angelo Vitano's got a chance. He's going to take it upfield. Missed one tackle. He gets a block. He doesn't see somebody behind him. Offensive linemen are trying to catch up. They don't got the spot. Can he beat him in the corner?
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Rocky Mountain. I'm looking for the field. Is there any flags? No.
No yellow.
Mountain Vista's offensive linemen were the last ones there, and they ran out of gas just before he did.
They didn't have enough juice for the party right there.
Big play on defense twice here in the second half of the Lobos. 2 touchdowns. Angelo Vitano capping a big night with a TD, pick 6. Probably ran 65 yards on that play.
Yeah. That's called a telegraphed pass, and he just sat there and saw it.
Yeah.
We're talking about baseball and
well, that's just playing center field out there too. Oh, he called it wide, right? Over the top. Willie was pretty sure he got it. Either way, though, they're out there for a 2-touchdown lead, 20-7, 8:06 left in the game.
Trying to get some scores here for you.
But Vitano, as you said, Randy, he sat back there, and Barrett had just rolled out, and he just kind of stared down that receiver a little too long, and he caught it on the run and took it upfield and started following his blocks and all the way around and just outraced everybody to the near side pylon, diving in for 6. And that got the band, the students, and the crowd into it.
Well, you know, you get that first, if you can get that first win, then a lot of things change.
Yep.
And right now, you know, you got to look at Pooler and you got to look at Vitano as the players of the game. I mean,
delivering it and going, aren't they? Well, and the adjustments, the way Rocky's been playing on defense the second half, the coaching staff, those players now, you know, they're not getting the big gouging runs. Settled down, played pretty solid defense. And Rocky Mountain, if you're the coach, Rocky Mountain, you tell them, take your time. I've got a safety that needs to get some air because he's still tired. He's gonna have to go back out here in the next play. Willing again, strong leg deep into the back corner of the end zone. No chance to return. Another strong-legged kicker we have here in the Northern Colorado area, and that's such a plus for your defense. I keep waiting when high school is going to do what college has done, where when it's a touchback, they come out to the 25. Still surprised it hasn't been done. But 8:06 left now. Mount Vista knows they got to start getting the ball downfield because Rocky Mountain gets the ball back. It's going to be a steady diet of handoffs. We have a timeout, though, being called here in the field by the Lobos, trying to make sure they're set. So while they take theirs, we're going to take one up here. You're watching Streaming Sports. After the timeout now, Mount Vista 1st and 10 on their 20. Barrett looks right side, fires a little high. And I tell you that, Lobos DBs closing the gap.
Well, similar to we talked about Rocky Mountain, not being very imaginative in their offense, doing the same plays over and over. Mountain Vista's done the exact same thing.
Yeah, they're starting to throw a lot. Barrett's got a very strong arm and a quick release, so you can get rid of a lot of those outs. But if he's a little gun shy about taking one downfield or not, last one he took more than 10 yards was returned for 6.
We haven't really seen anybody.
Pump fake this time, trying to throw the screen far side. Rocky Mountain's got bodies there.
Yeah. Well, they're giving them no respect deep, and part of it is we haven't really seen anybody with what we would call outstanding speed, except for the quarterback. For Mountain Vista, and that doesn't mean they're slow. It just means, you pass the eye test. Who can run down the field and run away from everybody. maybe they don't have that guy, and that's why they don't do it. Good possession receivers, but maybe not the burner.
It's effective, but 3rd and 5 now. They need to get this one. They're punting from this end zone. Fired quick to outside. Going to be just short.
Unless he gave him.
Yeah,
no.
The ball never really got there. He's trying to put it out there. He's trying to help. I like that attitude of the receiver, but he's short. It's 4th down and half yard. They're lining up like they're going to go for it. The offensive line's ready.
Oh, no, you maybe don't have to go. Yeah, you do. Down 2.
Two scores.
Again, they give the ball.
Faked it. He's going to be caught in the backfield. This is going to be a monstrous play for Rocky Mountain's defense.
Rocky Mountain.
Well, you know what he did, Randy? Contained. You didn't let him get out there. Number 53 for the Lobos, Alec Hargraves, the junior. He took his read and just kept going wider. You're exactly right between the ears.
He used his brain because he said, you know what? He hadn't done that in a while. They've been just giving the ball away, and he guessed right.
Played his assignment, stayed outside, got his hand on him. Huge turnover on downs for Mountain Vista. Rocky Mountain sticks this one in.
And we'll see what the offense can do here. And
well, and I think right now it's run.
Yeah, it'd be nice to put a little cherry on the top of this thing.
Yeah, you gotta make the clock run now because it's definitely working against Mountain Vista. Straight give left side. Yancey just gashes up the middle, gain about 8.
Yeah, and that's good because Mountain Vista's got their head down a little bit. And, go ahead and get that 4th touchdown, and then you can go with the house. You don't have to worry about it.
Take advantage of it and get going. Straight at him. Like that play.
Because the one thing, when guys running right at you, you got to kind of get your head up.
Yep. Well, it's nice job here tonight. There's not been too many losses on tackles for loss on Rocky Mountain.
They changed quarterbacks again, as you noticed.
Yep, Brandle's back in the game. Give right side this time. Spun away from one tackle inside the 15 and 1st down. Yeah. You go back to your veteran, your senior, and that's moving the chains and the clock. Under 6 to play and in no hurry. Mountain Vista loading up here in the middle, still in the 3-down lineman, showing outside pressure, though. They got to know it's going to come between the tackles. No matter what, you just want to bring it through there. Yancey slides through, just getting a little bitty push. Gained just a couple yards. But as the clock keeps running and we're under 5.5 to play, Mountain Vista, they get a stop or two, and Randy, it's going to be almost time for a timeout because Rocky Mountain's going to run it down here 2 more times to kick a field goal, and all of a sudden it's a 3-touchdown game.
So when do you fake it up the middle and quarterback keep? Because he's the running quarterback, isn't he?
Well, he's a good athlete, and I like that kind of idea, that's for sure. But right now, you're Rocky Mountain. You don't want to do anything that will mess up the chance for a field goal. You want to get points out of this no matter what. You got a turnover on downs under 5 to play, and you're leading by 13. You can make that a 3-touchdown game, or at least 3 scores. You get a couple extras. Wow. Pass flats, Yancey catches, goes upfield, makes one tackle, miss. That was a pretty good athletic play because the ball was on his right shoulder.
I like my play better than that one.
I kind of held my breath there because that's one of those. He was a great play call. Nobody was on him. He was all alone. Ball hit him kind of in the right shoulder. I think he kind of ran the pattern. He saw nobody in front of him, and he was ready to get going forward. Brandle did a nice job of putting it there, and he took it forward. Big 3rd down play here. We do have an active exception down here to our left, don't we? Straight give up the middle, spinning down inside the 2. 1st down yardage, definitely. Carried that down inside.
That's
Cameron.
What you do when you know it's not a fumble or an interception. You stop.
Morangello, Morangello just took off, pounded it through there, and wow, I thought he was down close to the 2-yard line. So they're saying 4th and very short.
Boy, you take the points or?
Well, they're going to measure. I think that's a pretty good idea. All right, let's see if you're still going to bat 1,000 here for 2018.
It looks like they've got it by about an inch to me.
So with 3:41 left here, this very much deciding part of the game, and it's easily made. You're right.
6 inches.
Yeah, just past that.
I was going to say length of football, but
they use that
I don't
so
want to
much.
show off.
Yeah. So a very big first down made there by the Lobos offense.
Yeah, you just got to keep pounding Mountain Vista here. You don't want them to get any ideas of.
Started the clock. It's running 3.5 to play. Yancey sitting next to Marangello, sitting right side in the H-back position, tight slot. Snap back to Brandel, and we had somebody move.
Now
They've been 4 plays without a procedure penalty. I guess they're due. Can't stand success.
Nope.
So instead of first and goal to go from the 3, it's going to be first and goal to go from the 8.
I think we're going to have some officials with some Tommy John issues the end of this year.
We're going to wear out those hankies. But they do wind the clock. Clock is running, 3:10 to play.
Those calls are not judgment calls, though, folks. Those are,
yeah. There was,
they either move or they don't.
There were several guys reacting at the same time. Everybody saw it. Brandon just kind of watching the clock and letting the count go in the back of the end zone. Got to get a snap off now. Give left side Yancey, bounce off one tackler, slides forward for a couple yards, down to about the 7. He's tackled there, and that is going to be a timeout taken by Mountain Vista, as we thought. They're going to take their timeout. They'll have 2 left. We're back. You're watching Streaming Sports.
That's that rich kid stuff. Back here, 2:48 left, 20-7, Rocky Mountain over Mountain Vista. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you, live from French Field.
Max Fink doing a great job tonight on the camera.
Yep.
Tied in here, second and goal for the Lobos. Brandel quarterback, Marangello and Yancey behind him. 2 splits. Give right side, blitz coming. Mountain Vista just said, we're going to get there. Now they're probably going to call timeout again, and they did. We can just stay here this time, folks. If you're Mountain Vista, you got to use them now. They've got time for plenty. This is when that mixed extra point is going to become crucial, because Rocky Mountain, they've got one more timeout, and they're going to make them take it. They'll run it. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. They'll run it one more time. Do something that gives you a chance to sweep around there, because Mountain Vista is going to be coming with everybody again.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you're just content with a 0 to 1 yard loss.
Yeah. Well, you turn around. This is what coaching, this is what practice comes around, because you say, where's my kicker want the ball?
You see Coach Cash out there with his team.
Yep. Because Rocky Mountain right now is saying, okay, we're going to ball security. Tighten those gaps up. We don't want anybody knifing through, disrupting the play, causing a fumble. We want to be able to kick the ball in this next play if we don't somehow score.
Well, the last thing either team needs is, a dumb penalty.
Yeah.
A personal foul or
we've
something
seen,
like that.
Unfortunately, quite a few of those
enough
tonight.
of them tonight. So
got to calm our heads. Trips near side, single receiver at the top is Jennings. Brandel, starting count. Just rolling to the right side, run design. He's got a block. He's got to get to the corner, and he gets down, touchdown, or running to the 1 yard line. Boy, that just changed the complexion of the game there. Yeah. I thought he got in. Great hit coming across by the defender for the Eagles. Put him down hard, but what a great cut.
Yeah, they did.
And another timeout taken.
Everything in one play right there.
Yeah.
we said they got to go wide. The quarterback needs to keep one and go wide. He doesn't. What does he do? He cuts back, goes in, and he's
inside the one, knows that the ball is just about on the goal line. Well, and that, what also did, you didn't score, but then you just made Mountain Vista take, and now you're Rocky Mountain, you're going to go for it. Because you're going to let Mountain Vista start out of their own end zone.
Yeah, if you don't score.
Even just the pressure of doing that. Although Barrett, I think there's a chance you'd let him go 3. He's going to take the ball downfield anyway.
Well, but yet we have not seen it, and so.
Well, if they get sacked in the end zone, now, they got to try to win it because they're down 13 points. You need to score in a hurry. With 2.5 minutes left, you just used your last time out. Rocky Mountain still has 2, which you would think not come into play.
And Rocky Mountain's defense has been really superior in the second half. And like I said, with Mountain Vista, I wouldn't say the wheels have fallen off, but they've become pretty wobbly.
Yeah, they've been out there quite a bit this half. That's when your defense gets their offense off the field and you get to stay out there while, break the huddle quick, speed, snap, give right side, walked into the end zone. Yancey, he wasn't even touched for, he's 2 yards deep. Big way to seal the game for the Rocky Mountain Lobos. Jordan Yancey, the senior, takes it off right tackle, makes the lead 26-7 with 2:26 left.
With Don Meredith, the party's over.
Turn out the lights and Dandy Don in the background.
Turn out the lights, the party's over, folks.
Yeah, well, you know what? Credit Mountain Vista. Very game tonight, played hard the whole way. A pick 6 and a fumble return for a touchdown. Just kind of took the air right out of him. Snapped the hold, the kick. And this one is good.
Boy, it was hard to imagine that he missed that
first one. The other one, yeah. But Willick drives that one deep into the end zone. The ball boy back there had to run just about to get his own classroom there in Rocky Mountain High School to get the ball.
Well, I was going to get a shot down there, Max, of number 11 for Rocky. He's got two-tone hair, but man, he was on the sideline. He was dancing up Jeffrey Reich, number 11. There he is. He's dancing good, boy.
Make sure you're all hair team right down the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's got it going on, as the young people say.
That probably wasn't anything you sported back in the day, was it?
Maybe, but Maxwell, tell me if I use this right. I think he's lit.
Yeah, we got to skip a generation, folks, for that kind of affirmation.
Or 2.
Yeah. So once again, Willick will tee it up on his left hash. Chance to take that one deep into the end zone.
And there's no mistake that your kids went to Rocky Mountain and stuff, and we like to see these schools do well here in Fort Collins. We're expanding our reach and everything, but we've been so appreciative of Poudre School District for allowing us to do this the last 6 years. And you pull for these kids around here.
Well, it takes nothing away from the effort Mountain Vista tonight.
No.
That's the first touchdown Rocky Mountain scored in the second half, too.
Yeah, both these teams have struggled scoring, and although Mountain Vista did score 21 in their second game.
Yeah, Willick threw that one again. Just no chance. He's placing that ball deep in the end zone, and with 2:26 left to play, they'll start on their own 20. They need to go 80. They need to do it 3 times.
And like I said, from everything we can see, they've got the quarterback to do it. It's whether he's got the other pieces.
And you're going to have to shuttle people in and out, and you have to get to the line of scrimmage very quickly. And if you Rocky Mountain, you rush 3 or 4. You don't let him sit back there.
And they're still not way back, are they?
Nope.
They think they're going to dip and dunk.
Yeah, on the break and on the snap, too. He looks his far side, throws the wide out, hits the receiver doing the short out again. That'll get you 10, but they'll let him do that 5 more times. Clock was running, out of bounds, stopped it. Only took 7 seconds. I mean, you really can't chuck it down, take the bomb, the mad bomber, go Darryl LaMonica on everybody every play, but you need to get it down. You've got to have time to score 2 more times.
Well, you'd like to see those safeties even think about playing 5 more yards back, and maybe you can hit somebody in the middle.
In the snap of the ball, they drop back. This time Barrett fires down the middle. He's got a man looking, and
there it is.
And the safety jumped underneath to try to pick it off and misjudged it, and he's going to take it all the way in. I didn't catch the young man's number on the outside. Was that 89?
We're going to see here.
But a 70-yard TD pass It's the
Turn
safety.
around there, son. I think it's 89. Yep.
He'd seen him out there in several plays, and I'm like going, that's if it's an 89.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch.
Well, and the safety gambled. He had a break on the ball. He wasn't out of position, but he missed it.
That's right.
Yeah, instead of making the tackle, he tried to go for the play.
But they did exactly what we said. You know, you got to get those safeties to get 5 more yards back. If he'd have been back 2 more yards,
yeah, it'd have been even easier angle.
He would have had a better angle on that. So
kick is up, and it is good. So 27-14 now with 2:08 left.
So now we'll see an onside kick, and I think Rocky Mountain's pretty happy they scored that.
Well, you got a little breathing room there, don't
touchdown.
You? Well, you get to it now. It's like, okay, you get your. Hate to go commercial on people here. You call Allstate generally, and that means you get your good hands team out there. And you want everybody, don't be a hero. You get the ball, you get down on it, and your teammate, you get down on top of your guy. You just make sure, and we'll see. Like I say, that's one of the hard things about high school ball. How often and how well do you practice onside kicks?
Yeah.
And that's you've only got so many hours they're allowed to practice in a week.
Well, and special teams guys may or may not be the starters on offense or defense. A lot of, or they may.
You're going to have
all
someone
kinds of
sprinkled
different
in there, but right now, Rocky Mountain, like I say, you're going to recognize most of the numbers out there. A lot of receivers. You still got to keep somebody back. What if the ball bounces up? And you got to run to the ball.
Well,
if you're the back defenders, you're the last chance.
And we've been seeing more success with plopping it right over about the 30 right now, and just beating people over there.
Yep. Bounces off of one player and caught and down about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, fortunately for Rocky, went right to Yancey, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if it bounced off one player's shoulders or not, but it took that squirrely bounce as footballs do. And you're right, Jordan Yancey did get the recovery. And Rocky Mountain with 2:04 left. Mount Vista used all their timeouts last series trying to stop the score. And when that didn't happen, they got no chance of doing it now. Brandel back out there, the junior finishing this quarter of this game. Pretty split on the even number of plays between Pooler and Brandel. Both of them been fairly accurate tonight. I think Pooler more than throwing, Brandel more than running.
They've had good quarterback play tonight.
Yep. 1st and 10. Mountain Vista showing 5 coming, bringing 8. Yancey, boy, just picking his way, and he's dragging the pile, isn't he?
6-7 yards.
Yeah, that's a very big first down right now for the Lobos, because all you got to do is get first down, this game's over.
I'll tell you what.
Mountain Vista's got a player down.
Athletic director Sean Terry has got to be happy, and the athletic director here at Rocky Mountain High School, the former athletic director.
And he knows a lot of those
Vista,
kids.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting ready to say he recruited him, but we're not talking about Valor.
Yeah.
You
said that out loud.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Well, we got yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of public schools. Those coaches, and you get who gets into your school, not who transferred to your school so much. But player down there, and he looks to be like an upper extremity kind of thing. Hope he's gonna be okay. But I wonder. I'm trying to think what the rule is now. Because if you go down, there's no way you doubt the legitimacy of his injury. He's in pain.
No.
So there are runoffs at college level in the pros.
Say a school up in north of us to the east may or may not have used a tactic to stop a clock.
Yep.
Like that.
Seen it happen, haven't we? Seen it happen. Well, and that's the thing. First of all, the player safety and health is far more important.
Yes. And folks, let me tell you, it is still hot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. If you're just sitting out on your back porch drinking a cola or something, it'd be perfect night. But these guys have 20 pounds.
Yeah, they can only lose so much. And I'll tell you, we're still looking at the young man. So we're going to take a break back up here. We'll be back here to finish this game off. You're watching Streaming Sports. We're back here now, 2nd and 4 for the Lobos. Mount Vista player. Their defensive lineman for Mount Vista, now he just backed up because he was certainly close to the neutral zone. Rocky Mountain just waiting, letting the clock run because the clock was stopped after a run play. Brandel takes a snap, straight give in the middle of Kidd, steps away from a couple tacklers, sliding forward, very close to first down yardage. And with one more play to get it, will really seal this win. They won't have to snap the ball now with 1:10. Whistle's been blown. They've got another 16, 17 seconds. Under a minute to play, leading 27-14. You know, we talked about the heat tonight. We've not seen anybody go down with cramping. That's credit to the staffs and the preparation for all these athletes on a hot night. Brandel starting count. Got the 5 count in the backyard. Kidd is going to be met. Just depends where they want to spot the play.
Oh, boy, he did not give him forward progress.
No,
well, the VAR judge did.
But he's not going to get the mark.
Oh, gosh.
And it's going to be 4th down.
He got forward progress at least a half a foot further. Yeah. And folks, the only reason we're saying that is because it's right in line with our vision. Yeah. So we did have a good view on that one.
Yep. Well, and that doesn't matter because they ran the mark the ball after 25 seconds, and we're already counting down under 10, so that's going to be the ball game.
I was going to say maybe they'll run a reverse like Ralston Valley did last week with about a 25-point lead against Pooter with 2 minutes left.
You can't buy class, can you? But either way, Rocky Mountain, effort on all sides of the ball tonight. Tough fought game for Mount Vista. They come up here to French Field. Rocky Mountain wins 27-14.
We got just a quick halftime score here. Loveland beating Ralston Valley 14-10 at half. So great game down in Loveland, which we'll have Loveland next week against Windsor as well. So anyway, for Max Fink, David Haase, this is Randy McCoy. Join us tomorrow night. We'll be at Greeley West. All 3 of us will be over there, and we're doing our first game at Greeley West. Greeley West and Monarch tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on this fine station. Again, our final score, 27-14, as you hear the Rocky Mountain Band in the background. We'll see you tomorrow night here on Streamin' Sports and ASBN TV.
It's Northern Colorado High School football, live on Streamin' Sports NoCo. This broadcast has been brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. It's Northern Colorado High School football, live on Streamin' Sports.